General Grievous is my favorite Star Wars character of all time, yet a lot of people seem to hate him. Some think he was rather bland in the movies. Some think he was way too weak in the 2008 version of the Clone Wars. And some think he was way too overpowered in the 2003 version of the Clone Wars. For me, the 2003 version will always be the definitive one. He was really cool and powerful, like such an intimidating villain. You were scared for the character's eyes the second he was on screen. Like he always managed to horrify both the characters and the audience. That was awesome. A lot of people dislike the Revenge of the Sith version of Grievous, thinking that he was far too weak, especially compared to the previous version. But I disagree. In the opening scene, when he was, you know, confronting Kenobi and Anakin, they weren't scared of him at all. In fact, they were making fun of him. And in the 2003 cartoon, we found out that Grievous relies a lot on fear and intimidation. Combine that with him recently being wounded by Mace Windu, and it's no wonder he decided to retreat. During his battle with Kenobi, a lot of people like to misinterpret it. Wow, I'm so good at speaking, aren't I? A lot of people misinterpreted it as Kenobi beating Grievous easily, when that's not really the case. In the movie, Kenobi would have died if it wasn't for that blaster he used, that uncivilized weaponry. So, really, Grievous, like, taking into consideration everything we've listed before, like, him being wounded and the Jedi he was up against not being intimidated, it's, like, impressive that he was able to just get this close to killing Kenobi. In the 2008 Clone Wars, however, Grievous was reduced to a bumbling idiot. Like, no matter what, he seemed to always lose a battle. Even when fighting Gungans, like, he lost horribly. There was even a scene with Ahsoka Tano where he could have literally killed her. Like, she was trapped, he was holding her by the neck, and he could have either beheaded her or, like, snapped her neck or whatever. But he refused to because, well, Filoni really likes Ahsoka, doesn't he? And that's probably the biggest issue here. Filoni had the perfect chance to make Grievous intimidating, to silence those who thought Grievous was nothing but a boring, weak Saturday morning cartoon villain. But no, he just reinforced those beliefs instead of fixing them. So, yeah, General Grievous was once an interesting character, a very intimidating one, with a tragic backstory. But he was just ruined by people misinterpreting him as weak. Or was he? To my knowledge, the Battle of Hypori, sorry if I mispronounced that, was recanonized. Now, I could be wrong about this, but if it turns out to be true, then I believe there's still hope on seeing a more competent Grievous. It's difficult to say whether General Grievous will retain. It's difficult to say when or if this trend will continue and whether we'll see a competent Grievous once again or not. But there's still hope, in my opinion.